Take a look at the November 12th meeting minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion's approved. November 13th meeting minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion possible action on Summit Ridge final plat at St. Croix County tax parcel 236-2068-01-000 Land Devco of Hudson LLC.
So here we have the final plat for Summit Ridge, currently zoned R1 single family residential, low density housing. Parcel is 20.4 acres large. Thank you. And the final plat, as you can see, provides individual lot sizes in square feet, street layouts, along with utility easements and proposed stormwater ponding areas. Additionally, conditional use permit for the land division and plant cluster development was approved. So, yeah, we recommend approval with conditions. We did meet with our consultant engineers today, though, and went over a couple other additional conditions to add to the list. They are that the comments in the engineering memo dated for today, November 26, 2018, are satisfactorily addressed prior to the recording of the final plat, and that in accordance with Ordinance 254-5F5, all corner lots provide 10 feet in width along side street as buffers, and have the following restrictions lettered on the face of the plat. This strip reserved as a buffer and the building of structures hereon is prohibited. This buffer strip shall not be used as part of the required side yard.
I'm sorry, the buffer should not be used as
additional side yard.
Oh, okay.
Back.
So it's in addition to the side yard?
Yeah. Yep. Currently there are already 10-foot utility easements there. This would just be similar to that, in place with it.
So they're consistent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a labeling thing, more or less.
And on the west end of the property, all of those easements have been addressed and
For the driveway?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So there's nothing that encroaches on anybody.
Shouldn't be.
It's been cleaned up.
Yep.
Has the road issue been resolved? They were talking about water, or is that not part of this? Is that not part of these two plats yet? Remember where the guy mentioned the road was flooding and...
Along Mare Road
Yes.
there. That'd be the South Point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doug?
Thank you. Doug Rowan, 295 Riverview Drive. I'm wondering what the plans are for the current structures on the property.
Are you talking about that shed?
Well, there are two structures on that property that I know of. There may be more.
Old foundations? I haven't walked it, I don't know.
So I can't invite you to the property because it's not mine, but...
I understand, I'm asking.
Nick, do you know what the property he's talking?
This question has come up before.
It has. I'm trying to remember how that...
I didn't see them on the plan or being reconstructed under NR 118. So I just don't know.
And where are they located?
They're on the west side of the property.
About approximation, given the lot numbers here?
Behind 3, maybe?
I don't have it in front of me, but
Unless I'm off.
Nick, anything?
it would probably be 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Thank you.
They're currently sitting on lots 3, 4, or 5?
That would be mine. I'm not a surveyor, so I don't
No,
know.
I know. I'm just asking the question, though.
But yeah, in that general direction.
Okay.
Could we hear from Nick, please?
Thank you. Nick Vivian representing the developer Landevco. So there's no intention to retain those structures. So those structures as part of our grading work, site prep work, those structures will be removed. This is all going to be new housing in this development. So I also wanted to mention what you have in front of you is substantially the same plat that you had before you when you reviewed this matter for preliminary plat approval. We've not made any changes, any substantial changes, and subject to the conditions which have been added by staff today. We're certainly not proposing any additional changes. So our plan is to move forward with the plat that you saw previously with the conditions remaining as they were at the time with the few that have been added.
Okay.
What's the issue with this building then and what he's raising up here? Is there an issue there or not really?
No, this was brought up a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, just in terms of reconstructing the buildings. I think there are regulations related to the reconstruction of buildings. This is not, we're not reconstructing buildings. This is a complete demo, a new plat overlay, and these will be new homes, not the reconstruction of one of the buildings that's currently out there. And I just to add to that, we're also not at a point where we're talking about use. We've already addressed the use issues with respect to the conditional use permits, and so this is simply a matter of a question of whether the Plan Commission recommends approval of the final plat to the council. So even if there were a use-related concern, it's not germane to today's consideration. We're simply reviewing the plat for recommendation on final approval.
I'll move we approve the final plat map and making attached all the contingencies of staff.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion and possible action on South Point final plat at St. Croix County Tax Parcel 236-2068-00-000 Landevco of Hudson LLC.
So, once again, another final plat, this time for a multiple family residential zoned parcel. Most of it's going to be townhomes and twin homes, 30 units twin homes, and 9 townhomes with 49 units total. Total proposed density would be about 6 units per acre. Character of the development will be consistent with other surrounding developments, and a conditional use permit has been approved for this development as well. We recommend approval of the final plat with similar conditions to the last one, along with those additional 2 that were added today.
That applied to this property too?
Yeah.
Then my question on the water, has that been resolved? Mayor Road or whatever, it's abutting up. There was some drainage issue. Some guy brought up that there's a stream up there or something in heavy rains.
Well, I think
Or
you're gonna.
is that part of the road reconstruction?
It will be, but I don't know if it'll address the culvert on the north side of Mayor Road. I don't know how that will drain off.
Or is that not even germane to this conversation?
Really kind of isn't, but if we had a chance to improve it, would be the time.
It's not germane, but what I think I recall from the prior conversation is that on the north side, the system works as it was designed. And on this site, all of the runoff will be self-contained on this site, but then we'll also direct further runoff away. And so I think, again, if I recall correctly, we will take some of that additional water from the north side and move it. So we're going to improve the overall situation. Now, Mayor's also going to be reconstructed to city specifications. And so with respect to the grading, with respect to how those systems work and function, everything that will be done there from a grading perspective will be done to improve the current systems. But certainly we don't want to negatively impact the systems if they're working the way that they were originally intended and originally designed to work.
And I think they are working properly, but it just, some of the rains we've had, it looks bad. That's right. For lack of a better term.
Where on Mare Road is
So from River Ridge down, I would guess to what, Pine Street or whatnot, there's townhomes on the north side. There's a culvert in there.
Yep,
It
yep.
fills substantially
That's right, I have seen that.
with stormwater runoff.
And the buffer down to the YMCA, that's, everything's okay there?
Yep.
It depends on what happens.
Well, that's, I know.
I would like to note too that several of the stormwater issues have been talked about in that memo from the engineers.
Oh,
So they
that's
did,
part of
they
these
did,
other two conditions?
they did discuss it, yeah.
What was their conversation or conclusion, if you will?
Supposed to know that.
I know. There was a lot. There was a lot of points that they wanted to make note of. That's
So it's
all I
gonna
can
be
really
addressed and it
summarize.
will be,
Yeah, definitely addressed for sure before final plat approval.
So is that included in one of the additional recommendations from staff then?
And will that be addressed both for the city of Hudson and the town of Troy?
The town of Troy's stormwater conditions, you mean?
This
Like what they
development
require?
borders the town of Troy.
Right.
So
Yeah, our engineers
the
looked at-
stormwater can't go into the town of Troy.
Right, it's not going to. I can make a promise on that.
Well, that's what we just told though by Nick though too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yep.
Is there a motion?
I will move to approve with the conditions and the added conditions, mentioned but not read. For approval as presented.
Motion and second for approval, discussion?
It's important, real quick, that is outlined, stormwater management on the parcel.
Yeah.
So when we go further down the road.
Well, if we didn't catch it now.
We'll have time.
Yeah, that's my concern.
Yep.
Anybody else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Anything? No? Anybody? Comments, things for items for future agendas? No? Is there a motion?
So move to adjourn?
Got a motion? Second. Second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. We stand adjourned. Thanks, everybody.